Today we're in Southern California driving one of the world's cheapest EVs.
She gets $20,000.
Asking a simple question, how do the Chinese make cars this cheap?
So would you trade this for that over there?
This might look like a toy, but this is how the Chinese make affordable cars. This is called the Best Tuned Pony, and it starts at $4,800.
China's market is flooded with ultra low cost micro EVs, with their cheapest starting around $2,000. And above that gets you into the GM-backed Wuling Hongguang for 5,000 bucks. And then there's its competitor, the Best Tuned Pony.
The base is called the Playful Pony, and that's the one that starts at $4,800, and then it goes up to a petite pony, and that one is a little bit higher at $6,300, but again under $10,000, and you get a brand new car.
The pony plays up the cute role really well. Inside you have a pause and fast forward pedal, and it's rated for 137 miles on the CLTC scale.
It charges right up here. Up front, again, we have the Chinese chargers. It's such a cute little car. I mean, these wheels are tiny. I think they're about 12 inches.
Now, if you're in America, you might be saying, what about the smart car? But that car was discontinued in 2019. Plus, it started at $24,000, and Mercedes said they were too expensive to manufacture for the US because of the high safety standards here. Point is, the US has priced affordable transport out of the new car market. The cheapest new car in America in 2025 was the Nissan Versa, which started at $18,000. Not bad, but Nissan just canceled it. So that makes the $23,000 Sentra America's cheapest car right now. And the average new car in the US costs nearly $50,000.
And in case you're curious about the badging on the back of it, so right here, this is the corporation. It says China First Motors. This is the name. This is Best Tune, the name of the car. And then it says Running Little Horse right here, all in Mandarin. You can see with the second row, there is room for a little bit. I have my purse back here, my camera gear. The second row folds flat if you need more storage. But again, there is a second row back here, and it's crazy because it is so tiny from the outside. It's kind of surprising that you could fit a family back here. All right, let's go inside. All right, inside it definitely gives off golf car vibes, but it's really cute. I'm digging the styling in here. It is like a plastic, but again, for this price point, I don't think you'd expect too much more than that. Seats are fairly comfortable. This is your brake right here. What's really interesting to me is the dial. If you want to go between reverse, neutral, and drive, and notice there's no park. To park it, you actually go into neutral and you use the parking brake, which is really interesting and definitely takes a little bit of getting used to. You do have power windows right here. You can control the AC with a knob, and then you get the AM, FM radio. So not a lot to it, but it's kind of fun. It's cute. It does look like a toy. There's also this little screen right here, which is not very good. It's not very responsive, but it does only come with that higher trim. Can't really tell you what's on it because it's all in Mandarin, but you do get a small screen right in front of you. Something else that's kind of interesting that I noticed are there's these little fasteners, almost like the car's just barely put together right here. In terms of power outlets, things like that, I didn't notice any in the second row. And up for here, it looks like there's a 12 volt, a USB-A right here, and that's really it. Again, you're probably going to be using your phone for directions. The whole point of this is that it's cute, it's affordable, it's a Chinese EV. We don't have it here in the US. We're not able to buy it. But again, these are the cost equivalent if it was offered here. You're not going to see high-end finishes in a car like this, but you wouldn't expect that either. But let's go to the second row so I can show you. I'm around 5'5", so I'm not very tall. I do fit back here. It kind of reminds me of the third row, older Model Y that had that third row where there wasn't a ton of space, but it was fine for a kid. That's about the same amount of room that you get back here. I actually have a pretty decent amount of headspace. It's not too bad, not too bad. There's definitely room for two small adults to sit back here. If you're over 6 foot, it's probably not going to be that comfortable. You'd want to sit in front, but you know, for someone my size or for a kid, like this is fine. There's car seat latches. So a family could drive around in this vehicle. You have a little bit of storage. You have around 100-mile range, and you get it at a low price point. But this opens up this whole new world of disposable cars, because for that price point, if you get into an accident, you have to repair your car. If it breaks, Do you buy a new car or do you pay to repair it? I feel like possibly cheaper just to buy a new car.
Now, micro EVs are not bad cars. Clearly, they're huge in some markets. In China, short trips, low speeds, lower expectations. In the US, however, you have highways, crash ratings, and it's liability heavy. Smart tried to sell tiny car living in a big car country, but that didn't really work out. And Rivian's sister brand also is betting big on its micromobility with its new platforms. But for America, is autonomy the only path to affordability? Maybe robotaxis become so affordable and widespread that more and more people opt to not own cars altogether. Comment below if you think Americans would trade the freedom of owning their own car for affordability.
Big thanks to EcoFlow for sponsoring today's video. So right now I'm at CES 2026, which is all about big ideas, but this booth is about real energy. So EcoFlow is the #1 smart home energy storage brand, and this is actually what we have in our house right now. And EcoFlow covers the full energy picture, all the way from portable power to whole home backup power. And systems like the Delta Pro Ultra X can scale anywhere from 12 to 36 kilowatts, meaning that you don't have to choose what stays on, the entire home just works. And if you're thinking long-term energy independence, the Ocean Pro can deliver up to 24 kilowatts of continuous output. That's enough power to run all of your appliances at the same time. That is serious power. What really surprises me is just how refined the whole system has become. The Delta 3 series delivers up to 3,600 watts of energy in a portable setup, and it's so quiet that it fits naturally inside of your home. But the biggest announcement here is the EcoFlow Ecosystem Alliance. EcoFlow has partnered with over 15 major smart home brands to build a connected energy ecosystem that lets your power system work seamlessly with devices you already use. I was proud to be picked as an EcoFlow Smart Home Energy Ambassador this year. I'll link everything that you guys need to know down in the description below, and let's get back to the video. Now to get out, that's the fun part. You, again, have to figure out where that is, and then you're gonna be like, ugh. If you had a big butt, that might be difficult. So we're at DCARSTUDIOs here in California today, and I have my friend Shelby Church. You guys may know her, watch her channel, and we're gonna be driving this around today. I wanna see what other people think about this. Would they buy this car? And maybe ask them a few questions. See if we can play a guessing game for how much they think this cost. So clearly, you can't rely on the UI for direction, so the nice thing is that your phone kind of just like sits right here.
I mean, maybe it works if you can like speak Mandarin and stuff.
So I think it's interesting that like AC, that is English, but then some of these characters over here are Mandarin.
We're not judging this super harshly because it's $4,000.
I know.
It's like amazing that there's even a car at that price.
That you could buy something that's actually truly affordable.
Yeah.
That will get you from point A to point B, and it happens to be cute. Like, it's kind of cute. Like, it reminds me of like when Volkswagen brought back the Bug.
The Bug, it totally.
And it had that cutesy vibe to it.
Yeah.
This has that same cutesy vibe.
So we are off to a supercharger to get some reactions, ask some people how much they think it costs, all of that, because I don't think people are going to be expecting what it does cost, because I was shocked by it too.
Like when it accelerates and decelerates.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I love the car, by the way.
Thanks. Thanks. Guess how much it costs? I know that's weird. You'll never guess. Just take a random guess.
I would say like 20K.
4,800. Isn't that crazy?
Are you serious?
Yeah. It's like a Chinese car. They don't like sell them yet, or I don't know if ever. It's wild. We keep getting all these looks.
Public right now? Like, can I know the name?
Yeah, it's called the Bestune Pony. So if you look that up, you'll find it online. But like, I think this is the only one in the US, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to import.
Incredible, and it looks so cute. So
It's
Yeah.
cute. She guessed $20,000. That's what I would have guessed too. I would have thought smart car pricing. How funny. But we got a compliment on it.
Yes.
I knew. I was like,
Yeah.
if it's a girl, she's going to be like, oh, cute.
She's like, so cute.
Thank you.
What did he say?
He said it's the cutest damn car he's ever seen.
How much?
You'll never guess. Take a guess.
$50,000.
4,800.
Wow.
Crazy, right? It's crazy. Thanks.
Yes, it is. I like that.
something crazy about this car, it only goes up to like 60 something miles per hour. So honestly, you could not have this in LA because you would be like a hazard on the freeway going that slow. Well, you know, that's like bare minimum.
I think they
go.
claim 62 miles per hour, which yes, LA people like to drive what, like 70 to 80?
Yeah, I feel like it easily would get to that. And if you couldn't reach that speed, it could be kind of scary.
I feel like if you live in the suburbs though, and you're just kind of driving around, you just need a little commuter, go to the grocery store, go to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, this is great, all electric. Or like you said, if you have like a vacation house and you want to leave a car there.
That's like cheap. You don't want to pay like 20, 30 grand for a car. You could just have this, I imagine Palm Springs. It kind of matches the vibe of Palm Springs even.
Yeah, the acceleration is...
Why am I like scared right now?
Because everything is in Mandarin.
Yeah, I'm like, this is so different. I guess because I'm thinking about the safety aspect.
Now that I said that, you're like, actually, what would happen if this was in a crash?
Wait, no one hit us.
I'm pretty sure we are sitting on top of like the motor and the battery. Does it give you My Little Pony vibes? Because that's like what I thought about when I found out it was called the Pony.
It's a souped up golf cart.
Yeah. You have HVAC, can go a little bit faster, a little bit further than a golf cart. You have a roof on your head, which some golf carts have. And it's really cute if you're someone that likes pink or pastels. So I can't obviously charge on the Tesla chargers. It doesn't have NACS. It has a funky looking Chinese charger, and it takes around 5 to 6 hours to charge it up full, and you get around 100 miles range, which isn't bad for a tiny little car like this. It's more of like a little, you know, urban commuter. So this is the charger right here. And then I believe this is your wiper fluid stored right next to it.
Hello, everybody.
I know, where are all the people? He's probably gonna yell at us for taking up a spot. We might need to move if this charging station gets busy. It's kind of funny when you show up and you're like, hey, who wants to talk about my car?
It's always when you don't want people to ask questions that they start asking questions.
Earlier, we were at a Starbucks. Everyone came up to us, but we didn't have the cameras ready.
Yeah.
Now, we have the cameras ready, and where are all the people? Have you ever seen this car before?
I have not.
How much do you think it cost?
Is it electric or is it...
It's all electric.
I can see that it's Chinese made. 20 grand?
It starts at $4,800.
Wow. That's impressive. I was around when, probably before you all remember, but when Yugos were released in this country, if you don't remember those, they were like these cheap cars that came literally for $4,000. They were made by this company, I think in Yugoslavia, and they had all sorts of stories where like you'd buy the car and the passenger door wouldn't open. Needless to say, the company failed. But look, I mean, you know, Chinese manufacturing has gone a long way, so.
A McLaren just pulled up. I'm gonna see if he'll trade. So would you trade this for that over there?
Yes.
You would trade?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
All right, deal. Give it to me. All right. See you guys later. This video is over.
My girls would love this though.
It's called the Pony.
They'd be more impressed with this than that.
Look at this. Even if cost and safety weren't issues, one major barrier keeps these cars out of the US. We don't have the in-between categories. In Japan, they've got K cars. Europe has quadricycles that can top from 30 to 60 miles per hour, and China has these low-speed micro EVs. The US basically says either you're a full car or you're in a golf cart class. So the moment your car can go over 25 miles per hour, you have to engineer for 70 mile per hour crashes. That means crumple zones and sensors, making micro cars the same price as full-sized ones. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll catch you in the next one.